And we are live. Hi, everybody. I am Will, your host of Stock Information. So, like all investment, we're going to talk about Shibu. We're going to not talk about real estate at the moment, but I'm going to welcome you to my channel. Major investor. So, I purchased Shibu a little while back. March 31st, I believe I have 30 million tokens. Only cost a few bucks because Shibu is well, Shibu has a few coins outstanding, but they've lowered the amount of Shibu coin that's out there by half, just about half. They have a bunch that are in escrow, 39 trillion of them that are in escrow. So they're out of the market, but they can put them back on anytime they want. And they are burning them. So Shibarium is a new platform that's coming out through Shibu, and Shibu has a few little things about them, and yes, they are in the crypto space, and there's big hype about them. Now, the reason why I'm going to cover it just briefly, okay, the coin or token is now available. If you ever have already heard, is now available through the crypto space. So you can now purchase, you can now trade your coin or tokens through the BTCs. Apparently, there's a few of them in circulation, 800, I believe, and 2,500 or 25 or 250,000 vending machines now accept Shiba coin. Um, that that's a huge milestone, but the biggest milestone of all is because Shiba is so small in size, you're able to buy a lot of tokens for like next to nothing. And the best part about that is if you're in the world, in China, Malaysia, Czechoslovakia, India, China, Japan, um, Uruguay, Brazil, uh, Peru, now you can afford to buy Shiba coin. And now that they allow it to be used at the BTCs, as long as there's a BTC in your area, it has been updated so that it can now accept Shiba coin as a translation of payment. And you can trade your coins back and forth. Now, that being said, please understand this. Um, they have a platform that burns the Shiba token at a very, very quick response. So every time you purchase something using a Shiba coin, a certain percentage of it is held to get burnt. Okay, once it's burned, there's no more. Okay. Um, yes, they have some in escrow, but the escrow they can do whatever they want, and that's a huge amount of coin too. 39 trillion coins. They currently have over 589 trillion coins in circulation. So in order for it to get to a value, and this is why it's so important to get it now. This is for people who can save money. So people in China and India and in Israel and in all forms of the world that know how to save money, this is for you. The challenge would be how long can you hold your coin or your tokens? How long could you hold it? Because The longer you hold it, the more value it becomes. The less you hold it, that you think that you're going to be able to trade this off and buy it back at a lower price, that is a congestion of um, uh, it's a speculation. So you're speculating that you're going to be able to trust somebody to sell it so you can buy it back at a smaller price. So you're betting that they are suckers and going to take losses on their coin or tokens, because they don't want. If you know your coin is getting burnt every time you use it, that there's only so many coins out there, and every time you use it, they're going to burn it. Well, I got news for you. Then you're not going to be able to buy it back at the price that you sold it for, will you? Unless there's a whole bunch of suckers out there that you can convince the coin's worthless and that you need to buy it back at a smaller price. When you have Elon Musk backing it, saying that it's the Doge killer, you got Kevin O'Leary, who never backs any cryptocurrency whatsoever, but he's backing Shiba. You know why he's backing Shiba? Because it's accepted in all the major banks in Europe, Asia, and the U.S. So it's making its way around the world as the currency or token to own and hold that is usable in all forms of its nationality, and it's only just started a year ago. So when you look at Shiba and you look at the price and you say, well, it doesn't move, it doesn't go up. There's 589 trillion tokens, guys. In order for this to get any kind of leverage, then it has to burn 10 billion tokens a day. Now, if it can do that, people are selling it and buying it quickly all over the place, then yes, this coin will go fast, very fast. Will it get there? Eventually it will. But this is why it's so important for everybody to understand this. When you buy a coin, it is an investment. So when you purchase that coin, you want to think of this as, okay, I'm purchasing this for a thousandth of a cent, a thousandth of a cent, or 10 thousandths of a cent. Okay, how much is that going to be worth in the future when they're burning coins at a steady rate? It's going to be worth a lot of money eventually. Right now, it's trading on a small platform. But as time goes on, I want to convince people to start looking at this and saying, it based on how long can you hold on to your coin? Are you a saver or are you a spender? If you're a spender, this probably isn't the coin for you or token for you. Only reason why it is because every time you do a transaction with your coin or your token, you lose that value. It's gone. Okay, so I'm able to buy a laptop with my Shiba coin, and right now at 10 thousandths of a cent or 100 thousandths of a cent, it's going to cost a crap load of coin to do that. 30 million right now. 30 million coin, buy you a laptop. There you go. So if you're interested in selling your 30 million coin and then try and buy 30 million coin back when you know 20% of it is burnt, gone. Okay. And then you got everybody on the planet doing the exact same thing. Guess what? All of a sudden, that value of that coin becomes very valuable and you can't buy it anywhere near what you sold it for. So that keep that in mind. Um, and this is my 2 cents worth, but like when you have billionaires, literally billionaires, telling you that they're invested and that they're backing this coin, that says a lot about the coin. The reason why is because they know the people behind it, um, the analysts, not the analysts, software engineers that are behind it are going to make enormous amounts of headways in the world of cryptocurrency. It'll become the number one currency in the world and will be accepted everywhere. So when you're looking through what you figure you should for the cryptocurrencies and you're listening to the hype that people are putting on there and they're looking at the charts, Hey, my hat goes off to them, and congratulations to you about going through the charts and stuff like that. But you're talking minuscule amounts of money, like the tiniest pieces of money that you can possibly find. Unless you have billions or millions of coins, hundreds of millions and billions of coin, it's not worth the even speculation on it, on the level that you guys are talking about. So when you're looking at the charts, telling people this is a good time to get into, I'm going to let you in on a little secret, guys. 890 trillion outstanding tokens. That is insane amount of tokens. Think about it. There's how many people in on the planet? So there's 7.5 billion of us, or 9 billion of us on this planet. That would mean that what? We would all have to own how many coin, and then try and flood the market with them, and then burn them at a rate in this exponential rate. Now they're hoping with the metaverse, when they come out with the Shibarium, the Shibarium is going to increase the amount of burn rate 1,000-fold. Now that's saying a lot, because the metaverse is a platform that relies on everybody having enormous amounts of technology, which they don't have all over the world, to be able to go into, to take part in activities, all over the world. Would need everybody to have a lot more technology than what they have right now. Even people who have 5 or 6 computers in their house, going, oh, everybody's got a computer in their house. Not everybody's got a computer in their house, my friend. Uh, you have people in India, they don't have computers in every room in their house, and they got a billion of them. China don't have a billion computers either, in their one in every household. So where you're thinking that this is everybody, and even in Canada, the homeless don't have computers. Uh, uh, People who are on Skid Row, what they call Skid Row, do they have computers? Probably not. Do they have a phone? They might, but it's probably 10 years old and outdated. So how is that going to affect the metaverse with those type of people? It's not. So yeah, how many are they? How many are there? 2%, 3%. So if you look at it from the millionaire's point of view or the billionaire's point of view, there's 1% of them, but the amount of people that are homeless and in on social assistance isn't 1% anymore. It's 4 to 5%, and those that are homeless is 1%. So we got a huge undertaking when it comes to getting people um, on this vibe and then employed on it. And this is going to be a tough ordeal for anybody that's trying to get um, a platform that's going to work wonders. But I'm not too worried about the metaverse for Shiba. It's great. It's going to make them um, more adaptable. It's going to put them on the map, and that's basically the bottom line. What's going to help them is exposure. So people able to go into the bank and use your Shiba coin to open accounts. Use your Shiba account to buy merchandise, cars, luxury items, that TV, that uh, uh, candlestick you've always wanted, uh, the lampshade you've always wanted, your clothing on your back and stuff like that. But every time you sell it or buy it, uh, big thumbs up to Rowena. Thank you for watching and taking part. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to cut this short. And if you like the video, please uh, remember to give me a thumbs up. Always comment. Always leave. I try and get back to everybody about what's going on and everything on on investments and how to retire on your investments. And of course, I always tell everybody the biggest thing you can do to retire is pick a dividend stock that pays damn good yield. You want to pick one that's growing, and you want to pick one that pays monthly. Monthly is the only way to go, because everything that comes out is related to your monthly bills. So uh, having your stock go up and collecting that monthly dividend every single month is one step closer to your retirement packaging and how you can retire early. Um, will Shiba Inu help you do that? I believe so. I invested, but what I invested was um, not very much. Okay. Seeing is believing. So I'm not a big advocate for cryptocurrency. Like, I tell you the honest truth, I'm not a big advocate for cryptocurrency. But when they got huge projects going on all over the world being accepted in banks, they're getting backing from Kevin and Larry, um, Mark Zuckerberg, um, Bill Gates. Bill Gates is a big advocate. I don't know, but Bill Gates is kind of like, kind of flaky. Same thing with Elon Musk. I like Elon Musk. God, these guys are geniuses. They made billions of dollars in their development, and they've had the best years of their lives producing products that help people get better equipped to do what people do: talk and drive. And I can't wait to see what the next biggest thing for Shiba comes out. It'll be interesting. Um, and I'm here for long. Here for the ride. See how far it can go, and be a advocate saver of the product. Because I know if you start spending it, you're going to lose it, and then you say, "Oh shoot, I wish I would have saved that. I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have done that. I would have had this if I would have done." So now I can't. Now the price is outrageous. It's at half a cent, or yeah, it's at half a cent. Then what do I do now? I mean, that's 5,000, 10,000% in gain, and I got nothing to show for it. And if I try and buy it back now, I'm going to be spending a lot of money. And hello, love Albert. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Yeah, so if you're interested in Shibu, it's Shibu Inu on your cryptocurrency buy vibe, and you can buy it for point. Get a load of this. This is Canadian, guys. So 0.0003330. No joke. No joke. That is the price of Shibu Inu. Hold on, I'll give you the exact quote right now. This is April the 4th. Yep, 3.0000332. Like I said, everybody in the world can afford that. You can afford it on pesos or rubies or pretty much anything you want. You can buy it, and it's now on the BTC machines. So those are the Bitcoin machines that were handed out about 10 years ago. 10 years ago? Was that 10 years ago? No, only 5 years ago. Yeah. So without further ado, thanks for coming in. Big thumbs up to you. Remember to like and subscribe, and make sure you leave me a comment in the comments below. Um, don't forget to stop and say hi. If you don't want to leave a comment, just leave me something. It says, good job, bad job. Wish it had more content in it. How come you don't do charts? Reason why I don't do charts like the rest of them do is if you look at the spread, you would need to invest 100 million coins. Okay, so you have to buy 100 million coins, and then you could look at the spread. Okay, because you're not going to make any money on uh, uh, a millionth of a coin difference. You know, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're in the Philippines and you're like, oh, okay, well, it's 10 thousands or 100 thousands of a Canadian coin. What is that in pesos? Well, you can probably buy 500 with 1 peso. It gets you about 500 to 10,000 tokens through Shiba. So you can see the difference, right? And then if you're a saver, if you like to hold on to that 1 peso that you went and spent, then you would see value after a period of time. But for you, it goes up 4 or 5 basis points. It, it went up half a peso or 3/4 of a peso. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't trade it. That's just the way it is. You have to wait for it to actually take some value. Half a cent for Canadian, that would be something relevant to you because that would be 20 pesos, right? From your 1 peso, you made 20 pesos in whatever time period that is. Now, according to Elon Musk, he was saying within the next 2 years, this would become really value, like $8, $9 Canadian. And then if you wait another 2 years on top of that, it would become 12 to $14 Canadian. So your 500 pesos would be extremely valuable at that point. Because at $1, you have 500 Canadian dollars. You understand the value now? But the burn rate would have to be so high to eliminate the 300, 589 trillion, 589 trillion tokens out there. You'd have to be burning them like every single day, about 10 billion of them, just to even go up every month. You would see it drop a zero every month, and that's the only way it would happen. And that's uh, 300 billion every month, right? So please do some due diligence. Remember to hit the like, and like the other guy says, hey, let's make some money. All right. Thank you, and I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers, and we'll get into investments later, investment strategies. And when I get more people coming in and liking what I'm doing, then I'll put it down and we'll sit down and we'll go over some calculations on how we're going to retire and what we need to retire in. Because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for investing through real estate so that I can get you dividend real estates so that they pay every single month for you. And then you can see some real return on your value. All right. Thanks for coming. And we'll talk to you later. All right. Bye.